Cyber Monday, it's obvious nobody was working. Everybody must have been shopping because there was absolutely no business in the market. What's up, everybody? This is Bubba's Daily Update for Monday, November the 27th. Welcome back from the Thanksgiving holiday. I hope you ate and ate. Got to help pump up that GDP. Got to buy a lot of food because we're certainly not going to pump it up by building or buying new goods or manufacturing, because that is not in the agenda. And if you remember, the artificial GDP number that we're seeing is a bunch of hogwash, but we'll get into that another day. In the meantime, the markets traded as if they were closed. We had a totally mixed market with a lower NASDAQ, a higher Dow, but really just a whole bunch of nothing. As of course, with the numbers that I'm hearing for Cyber Monday, something like 6.6 billion in sales. Obviously, everybody was on Amazon or one of the online sites trying to buy because they were not buying stocks or equities. They weren't trading the markets. They were just absolutely nothing. Volume was pathetic. Nothing happened. It was just a horrible day, especially if you're a trader. Although the VIX was a touch higher, there was no volatility. There was nothing going on. The markets were just totally a big zero. Now, if we look at some of the other markets around, gold did make a punch through 1,300, but failed, but still up in the 1290, mid 1290s. Not bad if you're a gold fan. I think that oil got popped a little bit, but did not totally collapse, and they had oil down about $1.20. It could have gone down a lot further, but it did come back a little bit from there. The bond market churned in about a 10 to 12 tick range. Again, pathetic. That's the word of the day. Grains were under a little bit of pressure, except for soybeans. Soybeans were higher. Wheat was again under pressure. And it's amazing how hard the funds are trying to push these things down. Now, it certainly is ugly. And I'm an advocate. I'm an owner myself, and I'm an advocate of buying or storing, depending on if you're a farmer or if you're a speculator. But it certainly is getting a little bit of pain, and you're going to suffer here a little bit. But again, I think that this is the pattern I've seen before. It's obvious that you're trying to get a lot of pressure, but yet they have not been able to make them puke them yet. So let's see what happens. I think more likely we'll see a short squeeze, and the shorts will have to puke. The meats higher a little bit, but again, on very lack of action. I think that if you look at them individually, feeder cattle need to be sold. Fat cattle should have been bought, which we talked about all the week, and hogs are probably a screaming sell here for right now. And just back to oil for 1 minute, I neglected to tell you the formation that it's in, which is an extremely bearish formation, which is called backwardation, meaning the trade is being based on fear right now. The front month is more expensive than the back months, or the further out, which would be kind of backwards, right? You would think there'd be a bigger premium to buying May oil today than January oil, but that's not the case. May oil is cheaper than January oil. But again, I think this is the market that we should be expecting. This is the action or lack of we should be expecting. Seasonally, we're in a very bullish period of time. Based on history, when the markets are already bullish and had a big year, the Santa Claus rally is even bigger. The lack of volume, the lack of interest, the tax plan, everything that's going on is making this market basically melt higher, which many use, or dribble or move higher. But dull markets tend to drift higher anyways. So again, my words to you are to observe. If you find something you really like, whether it be long or short, you make that trade based on the market footprint. But if you don't see anything, I would never force a trade. In fact, I've told all of my people, if you don't get the price we're looking for, do not make the trade. It is better to be wish you were in a trade than wish you weren't. So just keep that in mind. But the overall markets are just a total quiet, sleepy mess right now with not a lot going on because, as I've said for weeks, the markets are searching for a reason to sell. And until they get that reason, we're going to continue to see this drift. And I would suspect, if I were going to forecast, I see nothing happening until the first quarter of 2018. I see just a continuation of this drooling market, which that's the way it is. And of course, that's the best trade sometimes is not to trade. And this is where you have a personal battle against the market. It's you against the market. Don't let the market win. Better off to watch than try to force a trade. Remember, check out my high school investing site, highschoolinvesting.com. I'm trying to educate our youth in America. We have 300 high schools that we're in right now, and of course, I finance it by myself. And I would love to get your help. And if you want to help out, it's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. I financed it myself for the last 6 years. I'd like a little help, and if you do help out, I will send you an autographed copy of my book, as well as we're going to do a special webinar when we finish the program. But in the meantime, don't forget to get the Bubba Show every day at libertytalk.fm. I've got a great economist on tomorrow from London who will give his opinions, and of course, you know what I think of economists, but I like this one. Anyways, this is Bubba's Daily Update. Thanks so much for being here. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Tuesday. And of course, Monday Night Football. Who's my pick tonight? The Houston, whatever the hell their last name is. The Houston, it used to be the Oilers, and I forget what the Texans, the Houston Texans. But that is my pick tonight. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. We'll see you later. Bubba's Daily Update.